Wi-Fi on. Life is good. We are now about to we're finishing Act 1. We're just finishing it. We have absolutely nothing else left to grab. We skipped shrines because we're trying to do low morale. We didn't skip them all because I kind of made that decision here. But we got all the treasure, we got all the pickups, and now we're going to the main quest to finish Act 1. Right, people? Some big stuff right here. We are doing selfish, mean, tyrannical Meave. Although, I'm going to have to say that I haven't enjoyed too much just simply missing out on things. So, if I feel like my choice will actually make me miss out on an event, I won't make that choice. Unless I get some sort of indication that missing an event now means getting an event later. Which is possible. It's possible.
Niamh had ridden out of Lyria in early spring, her retinue modest, as none larger was needed for the brief summit
The
of
map
Severance.
transition bug?
She returned now to her capital, at the head of an army that dragged behind it bandits and Nilfgaardian prisoners in chains. The whole city came out to greet her. Its traders, craftsfolk, priests.
That's right. They love me.
Also, her eldest son and heir, Prince Willem.
I think there are some super
Boy,
secret
who
chests,
it
but I'm
seemed
going to be playing it.
might
I'm playing this
never
again
be
anyway.
prepared
Once
to
I finish it, I'll look at a walkthrough and I'll get all the other stuff. However you platinum this game, I'm doing it. Man, this piece of beer just won't go down. Endless loadings after the cinematics.
Niamh and Willem rode side by side past the cheering throngs, their faces frozen in regal smiles. It was not until they reached the castle stables that they found a corner in which to speak freely, candidly.
Welcome home, Mother.
Ah, he's got a little
Content I am to see you, to be sure.
prepubescent, like, shit beard. Because he's kind of shitty, right?
And I'm happy to see you. Though I dare say I'd have been much happier to witness you leading an army towards Dravograd. Willem, I trusted you. Left the realm in your care.
Indeed. And I, in turn, did my utmost to choose the best course for...
Willem, don't be so damned courtly. There's no one else here. My son. Nilfgaard has invaded our home. We're at war. When rulers don't strive and don't choose, when rulers grab their swords and shields and ride out to defend their subjects.
You didn't let me finish.
Nah. Just shut up, kid.
But 'tis not the time to waste even one word, my son. I need to prepare. I'll see you at the Council of Peers.
Yeah, it's like, shut up, I'm leaving.
And indeed she did, when the peers convened in the throne room. Surrounded by animal hides and Zerrikanian tapestries, the Lord stood in tense silence, awaiting the Queen.
It's almost
When her
blind.
figure
It's
filled
almost
the
blind,
doorway,
Yennefer.
they fawningly prostrated themselves.
We've myriad matters to resolve, so I trust you're well rested.
Good use of the word myriad
Whatever the
here.
case, I've no doubt we shall meet the dawn afore we're done. Firstly, we must ask assistance. Pen a letter to King Demavend. Scribe, take this down. Dear... What? Uncle? Cousin? Blast. Again. I, Meave, by the god's grace, sovereign of Rivia and...
Your Grace. Mother. The peers and I...
Mother.
We've come to propose another solution.
Yes, out with it.
We wish to acknowledge Nilfgaard's authority, pledge fealty to the Emperor.
Well, I think Meave's face says it all, huh? This scene right here, this is like the snapshot of the fuck is going on. This is the scene. We wish to acknowledge Nilfgaard's authority.
I beg your pardon.
The black-clad hordes outnumber our forces manyfold, and they're far better equipped. We stand not the slightest chance against them in open.
You will not lecture me about Nilfgaard's army, my son. All you know of them you garnered from coloured renderings, whereas I faced them,
Coloured
Dravograd.
renderings.
I faced them and crushed them.
But your grace, the losses. For this fleeting victory in which you delight, how many of your subjects had to perish? Bend a knee afore the Emperor, and you shall spare 1,000.
Nay, never. Understood, Caldwell. Not ever.
I like this. They don't even give you a choice about this one. They're like, nah, Meave does not bend the knee. She does not bend the knee.
I'd hoped to persuade you, but it seems I've failed. Nonetheless, the die's been cast. We've signed the accord with Nilfgaard. Our noble lords stand with me.
The blood left Maeve's face. She had realized her son, who had ever professed to detest politics and shirked his duties as crown prince, had just stabbed her in the back, as had her entire court.
What is this? Treason to my eyes. The gallows is what awaits you.
Willem rules Lyria now. And should you not acquiesce and approve the accord, I fear only you, milady, shall have the pleasure to meet the hangman.
Don't get ahead of yourself, Caldwell. My mother will not be harmed. Not one hair on her head.
Oh, what a nice
Understood?
boy. What a nice boy.
Confine the Queen to the tower.
You err deeply, my son.
The queen was confined to a cell. Gilded
well.
armor she had traded for a simple robe.
What
a courtly retinue for a swarm of rats. She was the very picture of misery. At the window of her cell, gripping the bars, Meave stood powerless, her anger so great she wept and wailed. Her Lyria was free no more.
Damn, man. What a fall from grace. You come in. Look, this is what this story does to you. You come in, basically high on your victory. You've upheld your morals, or perhaps you haven't. Whatever. Depends if you're me or you. And you've crushed. You beat Vreemd. You beat him solidly too. You kicked the crap. You killed Treharn. You're like, no Nilfgaardian pigs in here. All right. And you come in. You're celebrated by all your people. Everybody understands and loves you. And then you lose. Fall from grace perfectly. And then if you didn't understand by the story the effects of what happened, this happens. Card lost. Period. Period. They put a period up here. So it tells it to you in story-wise, and it makes you feel it through Maeve's emotions, and then it makes you feel it like as just a card player tearing up all your cards.
Have I come at a bad time?
Demons take you, Caldwell.
Demons take you.
You've long been at this scheme, haven't you? You left the strays of Sparla to roam the realm, to forage, so that I would have to look to them. And thus gained your cohorts the time they needed to complete Lyria's sail to Nilfgaard.
You've seen through it all, that's clear. After the fact, of course. But still, I'm not nearly the poor strategist you thought me.
Willem, you turned him. How?
The boy's not fit to wear the crown. Hasn't sufficient wit nor valor. I know this. You know this. Just, he knows it not. Willem fancied himself a statesman, which terribly to prove he was one. I made it possible. I've been amply rewarded, I have. Palatine since just yesterday, in fact.
You'll have neither my blessing nor congratulations. Sorry to disappoint you.
I seek neither. I've come for another reason. To bid you adieu. Willem does not seek your death. Does not even fathom it, as you well know. Moreover, his resolve will wilt in time, and he'll wish to free you. So, come the morn, when the young king rides out to pledge fealty afore General Ep Dahi, you shall use your bed linens to hang yourself.
I don't think we'll be doing that, Count Caldwell. So go plow yourself.
I see. You wish to see me bow afore you, lie prostrate, beg you for mercy. Plough yourself with a pike, Caldwell.
Oof, with a pike.
And you needn't send your thugs. I'll not falter nor hesitate. I'll take my own life.
Adieu, your grace. and use your last evening wisely.
Meve felt a rush of despair, yet bit her lip to mute any weeping. No, she would not give Caldwell the satisfaction.
That's right.
Morning arrived with the sound of footsteps in the corridor. Meve rose from her cot and stood in the center of her cell. She was prepared for anything. Well, nearly anything.
Well, well, well.
Duke of Dogs.
Titles seem senseless under the circumstances, don't you think?
I like how everybody has their own
Let's
little
forgo
insignia,
them.
too, right?
I'm Gascon.
Has Caldwell sent you? To kill me?
No and a no. Actually, you're free. How shall I put this? That cad, Count Caldwell, used yours truly and the strays as bait in a scheme aimed at kicking your shapely backside off your throne. Now, I'm hardly vindictive. First to forgive, in fact. Take your threat to send me to the gallows. Forgotten already. Yet being played for a fool, I cannot abide. So when the strays freed me, I knew what I'd do to spite the Count afore I disappeared. I'd free you. That's to say, on one condition. You've got to request it of me, my lady. Courteously.
I mean, I'm seeking vengeance now. But I honestly believe that, like, if I say something like this, I won't get this guy in my party either, and I'm just going to be solo the whole time. And I don't even know if that's really what I want to kind of have on videos, you know? So, you know what? How about we take this Act 2 as the humbling of the selfish tyrant? This is like, okay, I need friends, right? I need friends. Music frame is on the screen. Thank you for calling that out. Thanks very much. Let's get that extra noise out of there. I'm just gonna say, please free me.
For my realm, I will do this, and much, much more.
Ew.
Even bow afore a brigand. Thus I beg you, Gascon, Duke of Dogs, grant me my freedom.
Ha! Incredible! I've lived to see someone grovel with dignity. The true ruler you've got to be. You are free.
And grateful. Now please let me pass. I must get to the city jail at once.
Would you look at this woman? Free her from one prison, she flies off to the next.
They hold Reynard there. And if I've any ally left, anyone who's not betrayed me, it's him. I must get him out.
I mean, I should have picked that, right? I should have said I'd sooner die. But I mean, maybe it would have me find my own way out, but then I just never get Gascon. I mean, I don't really understand how the story continues without Gascon, just because I've seen, like, just moments after this one. Maybe I should have said I'd sooner die.
Behold, my lady. Unarmed, alone.
I'm not even on a map right now, though.
Have I any other option?
In a sense. See, they locked a few strays in the city pits, too. Got a common cause, I'd say. Care to join forces?
The Queen took Gascon up on his offer.
Hey.
Then she,
I know that guy.
Gascon, and the strays snuck through the city.
I like how
to its
Reynard
dungeon.
is thrown into the prison with his
Reynard
armor
had not
on,
wavered for a moment
but
in his
Meve
devotion
was...
to the Queen.
Meve just had robes.
Never the slouch. He had also not lost any time.
I've inquired among the other arrested soldiers. Many are prepared to fight, even die at your side, your grace.
Seems they may yet get their chance. But now we must flee.
Yet in leaving the
I
jail,
would not want to
the
be...
company
I would rather
ran
be in
into
robes,
trouble.
though, for the record.
When
I
Caldwell's
wouldn't wanna be in the
cutthroats had
armor.
failed to find Meve in her cell waiting for her secret execution, they had informed the Count. He, in turn, dispatched patrols into the streets.
Oh, yeah?
The Queen and her cohorts ran into one such unit.
Blast. We shan't outrun them. To arms!
Oh, we're fighting right here? Here we go. This is the last encounter that I have not... That I know in advance. Last one. Find an escape route. Oh, yeah, I remember this one. Find an escape route. Special rule is shorten battle. You'll see it. Meve's new looks pretty cool. The golden armor was a bit meh. I mean, I like the border with her golden armor. But I mean golden armor, right? That's like what they make fun of Stennis for. This is a cool fight. You have to like check down the dark alleyways.
Gascon? Bloody hell, where'd he get to?
Your Grace, we must make haste. Caldwell's roused the whole city by now.
It's cool. It's like a city type, just the cobblestone paths and stuff. Like there's a lot of cool boards that they made for this that we have yet to see in PvP. So every turn, Reynard can look down a dark alley. Doesn't really, I don't know if it matters. I don't think there is like, I think it's in order. I don't think I can randomly pick the winning one. Oh, I have to use my leader ability, which is... I guess I have... Oh, I haven't played the card yet.
My spirit's willing and how, but these damn boots are killing me.
I don't have my Lyrian banner or anything anymore. Clear row effects. I only have 2 more cards left? Or different ally is played... Move to the next row. Yeah, so he rides out of the ally and boosts.
There's a time to reap, a time to sow, and a time to die. Sod it. Sod it all. Aye.
Whoa, what's going on here?
Didn't think I'd leave you just like that, did you?
Honest.
Oop. She says, honestly, I did think you would leave me just like that. Every turn on turn start, do one of the 3 random things. Damage a random enemy by 2, boost a random enemy by 2, or move a random enemy to the opposite row. Well, looks like we have a whole bunch of stuff now.
Don't like this.
Alright, let's take a look at the new cards that we have in our hand now. We have the Strays of Spala, which is an 8 strength unit that damages a unit by 5. If it's a roll on fire, damage all units by 5. We have 3 Strays or 2 Strays bombers that actually set the row on fire. Fire has artwork too that I've never seen before. That's pretty cool. It's like a 1 in 3 chance, but like the rows are very full in Thronebreaker, so that's pretty good. We have Strays Cavalry that does the marking and killing like slowly. And then the slingers move things around and damage things by 2. And since Gascon can randomly move, stuff that pings on move is... I'm looking for more cards like that, and that's very exciting. Alright. So he has scouts that clear, right? So... And the scouts are actually quite dangerous.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Ah, he's got a full hand.
Cursed traitors.
Yeah. And these guys start to play card now. Next turn.
What guarantee do we have that they won't stab us in the back?
Not much. I mean, he can't place anything on this row, so he can't clear the row.
I smell a leak.
I smell a leak. Paul Burgess in the house. I smell a leak.
Sod it. Sod it all.
Oh, maybe he can play because this timer's gonna go off. Oh, he did play. He did.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Oh, I forgot to use Reynard's ability. Shit, I extended this fight to the next turn.
Again and again and again.
Looking to dance, boom!
guess you're supposed to feel pretty OP in this fight, I think. It's not really like, there's nothing that really threatens your victory here, does it? You just have to survive long enough, and like you can't win with too many cards. Like I don't really see how they make this, like once you open the last alley, the game, it ends, right? So I didn't really know like how you could possibly lose. But I said that the other day, and I think I lost in some of those fights. By like 1 point.
Oh, Lady Margarita told us.
I mean, a lot's happening here with these scouts. Because this is still going to trigger too, right? Alright, a lot's happening. Maybe I should give it a bit more respect. Maybe I used my Strays Bomber too soon, actually. Only one of the units got pinged with fire?
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
I mean, Neve's ability alone is going to be like worth like 30 points almost.
Should have listened to me, old lady.
There it is. Oh, now I have to. Oh, okay. Oh, that's how this works. Okay.
As you wish, milady.
Well, maybe I will lose. Actually, it's nighttime. It's a nighttime escape. I use Bomber. Bomber was my go-to card for most of the game.
We'll catch 'em all!
I guess there's nothing that Reynard does anymore for me. I mean, with Delirium Scythe, but I still think I'm going to be okay. Just because of how many points that is on the order. But it's going to be scary. It might be scary.
Arbalista, your command.
Yeah.
The chase is on!
Whew. Gotcha.
I thank you, Gascon. You and your men for your aid.
'Tis now, my lady. Strays never say no to a proper brawl.
No brawl this was. Sun rising against Mother. Lyrian striking at Lyrian. I fear a blood war's begun.
Come now. Seems to me the war's ended. Your realm's lost to Nilfgaard. You've no army to speak of.
You mark the same unit multiple times? Oh,
Then I
okay.
shall assemble a new one.
That makes them better in
You're
my eyes.
mad. How will you find the men? Riding from hamlet to hamlet, speaking from atop a crate?
No. I shall find them in Edirn. I've a favour to call in with King Demavend, and I'll sway volunteers
Looking
to my
forward to
cause
meeting my
on the
man,
way.
King D.
Well, you've your first willing warriors already.
How so?
We've nothing left in Lyria. Our hideouts are compromised. Caldwell's sure to set a price on our heads, and Nilfgaardians roam the land in numbers.
Good point.
Besides, I'll be right tickled to see proud Queen Meve fighting elbow to elbow with a bandit she'd wish to hang just a half day afore.
Well, it is said my foe's foe is my friend, and I'd be a fool to turn down assistance now, no matter who offers. So be it.
Stray's Infiltrator. Gascon. Cavalry. Alchemist.
Very high-minded of you, my lady. So, shall we shake on? Nay? Well then, the high road beckons. Though first we must escape the city with our lives. Follow me.
Lyria was hers no more. Meve now had to flee her capital and realm as quickly as she could. Wont to travel the city streets in a gilded carriage, the Queen now saw them from a slightly different vantage point.
Is this the only way? Are you quite certain? The Queen
is a common fugitive now, so she'd do better to pinch her nose and whinge not at all.
At long last, Meve reached the gate. Yet this she found shut tight, locked and guarded.
Gods be damned.
Easy, your grace. Nothing we can't solve with a quiver full of quarrels.
Those are our men.
They were, Reynard, were.
Gascon's raiders were poised to loose their bolts, but were thwarted when the Queen stepped out in front of them.
What's she... Your Majesty? I've orders to arrest your grace.
Place me in irons, then.
Please understand, I haven't a choice.
Fear not. You'll be rewarded by Caldwell in Nilfgaardian Florens.
The captain's head dropped. His cheeks burned crimson.
Go, your grace. Flee now, but only to return.
Remember this, Gascon. I'm no fugitive. I'm a queen, robbed of her rightful crown. And though I may need to venture to the world's end before I return, I shall have it back.
Great stuff. I feel like the story is really starting now. So, I have still branded myself as an elf hater, and I think I'm going to continue that because I know Demavend also hates elves.
Fled Lyria,
so I'm going
Queen
to probably
Meve
make decisions
into
against
Edda,
elves in this one.
Her old friend Reynard and new ally Gascon at her side. The war had bitten into this land too. Still, Meve hoped to sway King Demavend to her cause, and with his aid, to oust the traitors, retake her throne, and drive the Nilfgaardian invader from her realm. Yet to start, she was forced to fight, Scoia'tael no less.
Ooh.
Emerging from a wood, Meve's retinue encountered a unit of elven rebels just moments from hanging a handful of prisoners. Among the latter, the Queen spotted a woman, a proud warrior with a striking, thick black braid.
Black Rayla.
The lass I believe I know.
Well, unless we rush to her rescue, it'll soon be you knew her.
Well said. Lyrians, attack!
Let's go. Black Rayla. Eliminate Scoia'tael executioners and do not let Black Rayla. Battle lasts 1 round, so we go right into it here. We have our army that's kind of looks like a combination of what we had. Like, so I have, like, still stuff I crafted, like my foragers and my riven pikemen, the people that I recruited myself, but, like, all my starter cards are gone. Although I didn't craft Illyrian Scytheman. We have Gascon as well. We have Stray's Bomber. Stray's Cavalry. Alright. Probably fine. I don't know how many Rivian pikemen I have in the deck, though.
Hang the butcher! Valoa!
This is going to be really easy.
She can't breathe, your
because
grace.
of Rivian Broadsword.
We must rush to her aid.
Isn't this, like, super easy? The unit is alone on its row on turn start, move it to Meve's side, so can't I just move them all right now with the Stray's Bombers? Just saying. Or do I, or because there's, I mean, I think it works like this, right?
Thing about slings, they hide well.
Why did that one not move? To the other row on their side. Why didn't these two move down? And this one moved up and these ones stay there? Because it's the other row, assuming the road that the slinger is on, not the road that they're on? don't think there's any way I was supposed to know that, but I'll still kill these. I think we're probably okay. But that's not clear, is it? Oh, they're movable. Ah. Gotta read. Learn to read. Read the cards, Kappa. There's so many cards, though. Duel the lowest enemy if it was destroyed. Well, I hope he wants to duel the lowest enemy. Duel the lowest enemy. I love this card. It's just so ridiculous.
None shall tread on us!
The elves! Scatter them! They block our path!
We just need to kill this damn thing. Give me something. I mean, I have the same problem with this, right? Oh, it's an order. Oh, I don't have to use it. Oh, okay. This is taking longer than I thought.
Now we will see.
But they're not putting like anything on her row, so. One, two. I can kill these if I move them. Nah, I just want to get her. I just want to get Black Rail.
Ah!
Turn start. On turn start. Let me see.
Watch your heads!
There we go. There we go. Thanks. And
The Scoia'tael warriors shocked the queen with their speed, their cunning,
move the banner?
and their cruelty. Yet in the end, the
so there's like 100 ways to
prevailed.
win that easily, right?
1,000 thanks, Your Grace. Heard many tales of your valor. Pleased to see there weren't just flattery and propaganda.
Black Rayla.
Black Rail.
Haga, we saw you there. You command King Demoven's special forces.
Oh, cool.
That's right. Though not many remain to command.
So I see. How did it come to this?
My liege sent me to wipe out a Scoia'tael band, led by a rat called Eldain. Followed the
Eldain.
vermin's tracks for several
my name.
days. Straight into his trap, turned out.
That's what they call me in. That's what they call me in Spain. Eldain.
Hunting elves in the woods. Truly inspired, I must say.
Had no choice. Doing nothing would have brought us sure a swifter doom. The Black Clad have invaded Edirne. Thanks to Elven aid. They snap our supply lines, lurk like dogs.
You mean to say Nilfgaard's broken your defenses?
Aye. Though their march will soon halt, believe me. To advance, they'll have to take Rosberg, a stronghold that's yet to fall once. They'll break against its walls like waves upon the rocks.
While Edirne stands, the north is not yet lost.
I'll convey your grace's words to the king at the first occasion.
I'd rather hope to convey them myself. I have come to Edirne seeking aid. I wish to ask Demavend for support.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool in here. Hetzer, 303. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Ojot, Hetzer, Hiki, what's going on? Smoothling, Jamoni, By Exemple, Angrybeard1, how are you? Thanks for hanging out.
The king is in Rosberg, overseeing siege preparations. I'm heading that way too to report on our skirmish with the Scoia'tael. I might serve as your guide. These lands I know better than any.
By Rayla. You can't. I really wish, like, in these card acquired screens, that you could find out what the card does. Seems like
Excellent. Guide on.
a tooltip should be there. Well, we can take a look at those cards now. A war camp looks different, huh? Now we're in Eddern. Very nice touch. So we can upgrade a whole bunch of stuff now. We're rich still. Apparently they didn't want to take any of our money, so they just sent us to jail with these chests and chests of money. Or we stole it all back on the way out, however you want to do it. Increase the number of trinkets Meave can equip to 4. It's interesting because you get all your trinkets on draw, so it actually makes your hand worse. I don't know if I'm going to spend on that. Let's take a look what else we have here. You need to take up 10% less of the recruit cap. Well, that seems amazing. It's going to be hard not to get that one. Decreases gold cost of creating units. Okay, okay. Gain 2 recruits after each battle. Gain extra gold after each battle. That seems pretty good. Train new recruits. Well, I want to recruit. It's cool. Like now I can recruit like the stray stuff. I want to recruit the stuff that that crazy card. I'm gonna have to. Maybe I can already do it. And then Field Medic, Lyrian Pathfinder, and Pitfall Trap down here. You can learn Forager Plus. I mean, Forager Plus doesn't seem that much better. War Wagon Plus. Oh, I want War Wagon Plus. War Wagon Plus seems great. Lyrian Blacksmith, Aretusa Adept, that one and that one plus is actually, like, very interesting to me. Okay, so we like the recruit cap buff. I think that seems pretty good. And I mean, this is just kind of like a long-term, like, kind of investment, and it's required for like the rest of these trees. So like, why wouldn't I just get it now? It seems like I can save money if I get it now. Still have a bit of cash. Let's gain more gold as we fight. And I don't think we can afford anything else. I'd be surprised if we could. Everything's like 3,000 plus. But we'll find a bunch of stuff. We haven't even looted anything yet. As far as these particular trinkets, I mean, these two work together, and this is just a fun one. So we have Reynard, he's the same, right? Gascon, he's... If in hand, deck, or battlefield, strengthen self by 1 whenever an allied card is moved. An enemy or allied card. Oh, okay, so I just want to move stuff all over the place. So, what's my movement suite like? Well, the trophies can move, so that's good. You know what? I like the Manticore trophy more, and it's just different, right? The cooldown on this is so brutal, but you can get so much out of it. It's my favorite, or I think it's my favorite weapon so far. Just because you can just line up so much and smash. Move. Oh, these guys move. The War Wagon guys move. Now I have no War Wagon anymore. Can I recruit them? How much does it cost? Can I afford it? Yes. I mean, 2 has always felt okay. I have a lot of cards right now. You know, I don't know if I like the Foragers very much anymore. The Foragers are good sometimes because they kill the War Wagon dudes, so like they're good together here. Stray's Slinger, that's all my moves. That's good. Stray's Bomber, it's good to have. Lyrian Scythemen are like kind of cheap. They're cheesy, right? They're cheesy that they cost so little and they do so much for you, but I might just take them out just because they're cheesy. Set a unit's power equal to the unit on its left. There's a lot we can do with that. Rivian Pikeman, Stray's Infiltrator. I feel like I just want 1 Stray's Infiltrator. Just in case there's like the one fight that I need it for. And I'm going to pass on some of these Scythemen. I mean, I shouldn't have loyal abilities if I have no Lyrian Banner and a really long cooldown. So let's just dump all of these, actually. Because I can. I actually am like way over the provision cap. I need to be adding stuff. Black Rail, I need room anyway, right? Play a card from your deck. That's a good order. If in hand, deck, or in the battlefield, strengthen self whenever a Scoia'tael unit is destroyed. Ah, she hates elves. Gotcha, gotcha. Alright, so now I need to dump a few more things here. Let's say no Infiltrators. Let's say no Pikemen. Not a lot of things that are 4. Alright, well, let's just go... Let's go one less Stray's Slinger. Or one less Stray's Cavalry, I guess. Oh, these are 7? Definitely want the Stray's Slinger back then. And then we just pop in Illyrian Cavalry. Or Illyrian side. We have 6 to spend? We have no 6s? Alright, well, the one infiltrator, just in case we have, like, some cheeky opportunity to use it. Alright, cool. That's good. Command tent, some reports here. Situation in Edirn. Fierce Aedirnian resistance. King Demavend pulling back from small garrisons and concentrating forces on heavily defended fortresses, such as the aforementioned Rosberg. All evidence indicates Scoia'tael working with enemy. Appeals to the folk of Lyra and Rivia. Queen Maeve doesn't care. Piers decided to remove the Mad Queen. Oh, that's terrible. Some character assassination right there. People know that I care for them though, even though I'm tyrannical. Ah, Captain Tobias, the guard that let us through. He will write me about their secrets. Ah, yes, yes. All right, well, you know what? We're gonna do some of the map right now, and we'll finish up with the war camp for the first highlight here before we go into the second highlight. Just because I don't want to spend too much time in the menus right here, I want to show you the guys the map. Also, if you're playing this through, check down here right away because there is a chest which I did get. Now now I'm officially caught up. Everything else I get from here is going to be actual loot, and I'm going to actually... So here we are. This is Act 2 here. Let's not look too far ahead, though. But we are heading down here, so we're going to come across... We're going to come across a camp right here and a camp right here, and I have not done any of this. None of this.
Gods! The entire country up in flames.
Ebdahi warned punishment awaited Edirn, that he would show the land no mercy.
What in God's names did you do to him, Rayla?
Nilfgaard offered us an alliance against the rest of the north, but Demavend declined, in his clipped soldier's speech. They say Ebdahi flew into a rage and swore he'd reduce Edirn to rubble.
Wow, Demavend's a badass. Explains why Nilfgaard has always wanted him dead. Why does Nilfgaard why did it have to be like this? Why do they have to be like this, guys? All right, we got a little fight here with our favorite little ogroids. These had not yet strayed from their gory bounty. What's going on, David Rodriguez Jr.? I'm looking forward to playing Edirn finally here. Just dabbing, just dabbing.
You can try to win them all, but you
So we're just trying to boost Gascon to ridiculous levels, right? Every turn on turn start, summon an Ecker on this row from your deck. It's going to be pretty easy with the Manticore trophy, right? For every wolf in your hand, boost self by 1, then damage a random enemy by 2. You can defeat this ability whenever a wolf appears. Add 2 copies to it in my deck. Copies. War wagon, sure. Sure. I mean, I'll be killing them now with a stray's bomber, right? A stray slinger.
Hey.
Boom. Be gone. The wolves are getting a little angry here. It's probably the end of this round here. KO punch. Let's go into their round 2. Halfway through the 3rd map right now. My boy Reynard. It's fine. We'll do the usual 2-rounder, I think. For Demavend! That's great. That's great. I should make a Black Ray like human track. Choose a bronze ally in the battlefield, or in hand, and spawn 3 copies of it in the deck. This guy here.
We'll catch them all! The chase is on!
I don't even know what this dude here. Consume the top unit in your graveyard and spawn a base copy of it? Unit on the right?
Fuck, our ass is moving.
How did this one not get damaged by the Manticore thing?
Ever have a storm knock out one of your team?
Should be fine.
Her Majesty is exceptional.
Dive it the white of an eye from halfway
Boom!
away.
Slow motion, Pavko Gale. Shut these guys down. Let's knock these monsters out. Oh, we got another one. That I did not expect.
Wait, you're serious?
Whoa.
There's been a mistake.
Oh, it shows.
I'm
The
no
little
mage.
X was on the side. It showed that was the unit. That's nice. Man, Manticore trophies got me a lot of points in this. Feel pretty safe. Going for the 2-round pound. The gas turbine? Serious? Good stuff. Deck feels good. Loot. Ah, Father. The Black Lads are advancing from the south. Fortifications along the border in Velkart and Luton have already fallen. 60 years on your brow, 7 words you survived. This one's no different, but it is. Keller says. It's too bad that the monsters be set like they're like worried about war, and then these ghouls come in just to kill them anyway. Like it didn't even matter. The Nilfgaardians come, but I have no legs. Wow, there's a lot of posting.
Seen Nimoy? Was bound here from Iconford. Supposed to have arrived 3 days past. Any of you seen Nimoy? Was bound here from Iconford. Supposed to have arrived 3 days past.
Gonna loot your camp, dudes, Witcher style. I mean, aren't I okay? Okay, it looks like I can do it later if I want to.
Valyrians arrived at an ancient, half-desiccated beach. Its trunk sat atop a tangle of thick roots, and scraps of paper covered with tiny scribblings fluttered over it from top to bottom. Travelers crowded all around. Barefoot refugees, bony pilgrims, peddlers with armored escorts, and shifty-eyed men with the haggard look of deserters.
The Wayfarer's Beach.
Rayla said.
Travellers of all sorts swap tales here. Perhaps we can glean something about our enemy's movements.
Or paint the enemy a clear picture of our own.
Gascon interrupted.
Nilfgaardian spies no doubt flock to this tree like flies to particularly pungent dung.
Disregarding matters of status and station, Meve personally asked the travelers for the latest news. They soon transformed from terse to talkative, sharing tales of an elven bandit named Eldane, a Nilfgaardian general called Freakef who murdered an entire village, and a sorceress who cure any ailment for a few coppers. Then a blood-curdling scream put a halt to the gossip. Meve's soldiers had begun to quarrel with the merchant's guards, one of whom now lay dead on the ground, his throat a gaping wound.
De Filth, besmirched your honour, your grace. Said you took tail and ran from Lyria like a belted bitch.
The travelers were unmoved by this explanation.
What?
They demanded the Lyrian soldier be punished according to Eden's laws, by chopping off the hand that dealt the fatal blow.
See, now it's not even about having a set of values. Now it's like, which one of these things is the thing that more people chose to do? You totally didn't get this? You sent the scouts yourself. Ah, okay. See, like, the selfish bully version would be like, well, he did talk shit about me, so my soldier deserve to kill him? I mean, that's the thing, right? He killed a dude. And the payment is his hand. And if I pardon him, I'm like, yeah, that's right. You don't talk trash about your queen. Get it right. Keep your mouth shut. If I enforce the law, then I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean, you did kill somebody for, like, just saying words. It's Eddern's laws, right? I need the aid of the king. Gonna get that hand chopped off. Sorry,
With
soldier.
a heavy heart, Meve decided the soldier would have to be punished. Reynard silently drew his sword from its scabbard.
No. I shall do it.
Meve said, in a tone that left no room for discussion.
Soldier, you sought to defend my honor. For that I praise you. But you committed murder. For that, I must punish you as called for by this land's customs.
I like that when you kill a merchant, the punishment is to lose your hand.
Tears streaming down his face, the foot soldier rolled up his sleeve and placed his arm upon a tree stump. Meve took a deep breath and raised her sword. A terrified scream filled the woods. The travelers gained newfound respect for Meve. Though far from rich, they passed a cap and presented the queen a handful of coins to show gratitude for upholding their laws. As for her Lyrians, they marched away from the Wayfarer's Beach in somber silence.
Woo.
You'd folk in Crumhorn are trading with the Scoia'tael by day for all to see.
Ooh, that's not good.
Lord Falberson trots about on an imperial leash already. War's lost. Plain to see. You'd folk in Crumhorn are trading with the Scoia'tael by day for all to see.
Oh yeah, the merchant. Later. Maybe I need something later. It looks like we're not doing the shrine, guys. We do low morale. So what's new here? Martyrdom Vengeance. Destroy the highest ally and play 2 allies from your graveyard? I don't know if I like that. We'll do that. We'll check this in just a second. Warning. Read. Elves hold the Moulderwood and prey on its travelers. If you've got to journey to Alderburg, move not but at night, and then only in bunches. Okay. So let's take a look at the map here. All right, let's polish off the loot here and see what the next puzzle is before we cut this for the first highlight of the day. But we are going to be playing for another.
Ravens are always trading armies. Ravens and beasts. Tucked a bushel of grain away in my shack, but I'm too fearful to return there. You suppose they've gone? Tucked a bushel of grain away in my shack, but I'm too fearful to return there.
Oh, hello.
Soon after entering Eddern, Meve ordered a halt. She wished to sit with Black Rayla and plan their onward march, for Rayla knew every path in the realm, including ones not drawn on any map. They were hard at work when shouts rang out among the tents.
One final time I shall say it. As your senior officer, I order you to depart the training grounds, or...
Or what, pray tell? You'll have me drop and give you 50?
What is the meaning of this?
Your Grace, I had thought to use this interval to drill the recruits, teach them...
To walk.
To maneuver, Gascon. A world of difference. In perfect harmony must soldiers traverse the field of battle. Otherwise, they could break formation. The enemy would penetrate our lines, and our army could be slaughtered.
And therein lies the rub, dear Reynard. Army. This is no army, but a band of partisans. If we do not adapt to the rules of desperation, if we adhere instead to the Academy Codex, we shall lose. Laying traps, wiping tracks, that's what we should teach the lads. Not marching to the beat.
All my eye. A fighting force must have discipline. Otherwise, tactics and planning are impossible. A soldier must obey orders.
Don't get so upset, Reynard.
Douse your outrage, Reynard. Gascon makes a valid point. Change we must accept, embrace even. Our resources are limited. We cannot do everything at once. Prepare your proposed plans for training the recruits, and I shall decide which we shall follow. Clear? Then get to work.
Interesting. I mean, we'll see how that... Now, that felt like that wasn't a choice that was going to deny me anything. It was just going to change how things go. That's the merchant down here. This thing here. That's just the merchant, so... Alright, so that was a little forced storyline. Eddern's doesn't look the way I thought it was gonna look. I thought Eddern was more of like a kingdom, like more like Lyria, or even like less ravaged by war. Inhabitants of Brumfell are hereby ordered to vacate the village by nightfall. Duke Ardell Abdahi. I have a feeling people aren't going to be down to do that.
Did our oaths not suit the Emperor? However did our oaths and other plantings harm him? Blackclads brought them monsters here, I'm sure of it. Your Majesty, I beg ye, let me join your ranks. Nothing but hunger and death await me here.
Oof. This crow. Is this crow following me, or am I just noticing many crows? Let's take a peek at this puzzle that's up here. Is it a bot? Oh, it's another ghoul-based puzzle, looks like. All right, my friends, we're gonna cut. We hit this nice signpost here. We're gonna cut this highlight here. Thanks so much for watching Thronebreaker on Thursday, and I'll see you next time on the next video.